Example 7, we have two parts to it. Find the length of arc AB in the circle that we have here. We have a 12 centimeter radius length. We have a 45-degree arc measure, or the central angle, same thing as we discussed. And over here on number 2, find the circumference of the circle Q given that the length of arc AB is 15 centimeters. So this one, in some kind of way, it already gives us the arc length, and we have to work backwards to find the circumference. So let's take a look at each one of these. Probably, I might need, definitely some extra space here, so let's add a page. And break out your crayons. And let's see what we talked about. The formula for this arc length, the straightforward way to find this arc length is some angle measurement, that's this 45 degrees, out of 360 total degrees around the circle, times the circumference of that circle. And the circumference of that circle is 2 pi times my radius, and my radius is given as 12. And now I just want to clean this up a little bit. I do believe that we have already talked about the fact that 45 over 360 reduces to 1/8, and then I can multiply my 2 pi times 12 to get 24 pi. Whoops. Why am I writing 4? 24 pi. 8 goes into 24 exactly 3 times, leaving me with an exact answer of 3 pi centimeters for the length of this arc from B to A right there. All right, let's look over here at number 2. So remember, this one, we're looking for the circumference. That's the unknown. Circumference equals I don't even know. But we have the arc length. The arc length is given to us as 15 inches. So here's an example where I do believe setting up a proportion like this is a little easier to solve. We have arc length over circumference is equal to the A degrees, that's our central angle or our arc measure, out of 360. We set it up as a proportion like this. I have my arc length, which was 15 inches, over my circumference, which is what I'm looking for, should be equal to my arc measure, the angle measurement, which is 60 degrees, over 360. And now, this type of equation is called a proportion. And how do you solve proportions? Well, the key strategy here is to cross multiply, because the cross products of proportion are supposed to be equal to each other. So we cross multiply and we set those equal to each other. But before I do, notice that the fraction over here on the right-hand side, it reduces. And we've already seen this fraction before. This reduces to 1/6. So I'm going to rewrite this as 15 over C is equal to 1/6. And now whenever I go to cross multiply here, and set these cross products together, or set them equal to each other, C times 1 gives me C is equal to 15 times 6. That would be 60 plus 30, I think, is 90 inches for the circumference.